Hi everyone, I'm Loris, and in today's episode of Coal LLC we'll try the Firestarter profession. So the Firestarter starts with the shoddy flamethrower, and as you can see it deals AoE like the poison gun, and let's see how far we are able to go today. It seems to be doing much more damage than the poison, or at least faster, so hopefully we'll be able to get further than the last video. We already surpassed the daily bonus on the first day, but it seems like we won't be able to buy employees. We can't double upgrade our flamethrowers. Today I hope to always remember the platforms. We don't have enough money to a time, so next day. A strat that I've seen is to go from above and break everything, and it seems to work nicely. We already reached today's quota. As always, thanks to everyone for watching, subscribing, commenting and liking. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would like, what you will change, and if you'd like me to play something else. Okay, we gathered an amethyst from the chest, but we were far to deposit it, and today we doubled the daily bonus. We could either double upgrade our flamethrower or buy more time, and I think it's better to buy more time and inventory slots. While trying to edit the last video, I started to notice that KD Live was lagging so much, so if anyone knows an alternative for video editing on Linux, let me know in the comments, because I've tried to download DaVinci, but it doesn't seem to work for some reason. Fire damage. We managed to gather a few sapphires, so I'll go and give them to Tabitha, and we even got 5 emeralds. That won't be enough for the vacuum, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, we are already making so much money. Okay, today we managed to make almost 5k, which is not bad, and with this we can double upgrade today, and we can't buy anything else. Maybe a few infinity ladders, just to be sure. Let's see if we can break the stone layer with this. Okay, it's a little slow, but it seems like we would be able to. We are able to, and let's place an infinity ladder here. Climb speed. With this we should always be firing, I think, if anything is in range. How many emeralds do we have? 9. Okay, here are a few. Let's hope that with these we'll be able to get the vacuum. 11, 29. Perfect. Like this, Tabitha's quest is complete. From tomorrow we'll have the vacuum, and money will start to pile up even faster. But maybe we will have to buy rock layer shift, because with tier 1 vacuum I don't know if we can reach the stone layer. Okay, I don't think we'll be able to deposit another load, but let's see. No, definitely not. But we still manage to gather 8kg, which isn't enough for an upgrade, but we could shift rock layers. We won't be able to buy additional time with these, but I think that this will help the most, because yes, it definitely wouldn't have reached the stone layer otherwise. Even like this, the range is not the best, but it's better than nothing, and if we're able to gather a few amethysts today, maybe we'll even be able to upgrade it for tomorrow. Okay, let's give this 8. Let's see, with this we'll reach 14. We are almost halfway there. Okay, unlike poison, it seems to stay for a really short time, the burn effect, so it's much more worth it to keep going back and forth with the flamethrower. 24, 28. If we manage to gather just 4 more, please. Oh, come on. Maybe. Let's hope we manage to get there in time. Okay, we managed. Can we even put this stuff down? Yes. Today we focused more on collecting amethysts than actually gathering gathering resources, but we still managed to get 13.5k. With this we can upgrade our flamethrower and even get 100 more seconds and the next day. Now that we upgraded the flamethrower, it will be much easier to break stuff, and we can even get much further away with the vacuum, as you can see. And like this we'll be able to gather so much resources, I think. Yeah, we are destroying everything. We're gathering so much resources that at the end of the day we'll surely be able to get many upgrades. But we'll have to see how far we can go with a profession who can't buy employees and so as to return resources on his own. Because while we are still at a layer where we can reach with the vacuum, it will be easy. But on the further away layers, I don't know. Maybe I should have taken like the shallow map, which is a map where layers are much thinner, and so I could have reached further away with the flamethrower with the vacuum. Anyway, we already managed to gather more in coal than yesterday in total. Let's see how much we made today. 90k, not bad. And with this we won't be able to double upgrade, but we can buy angel wings and a few upgrades for us. Next day, let's hope I hope we'll be able to break the blue layer easily today, so that we can maybe gather rubies, and with rubies we'll be able to upgrade our vacuum even more. Okay, so we break it reasonably fast. We have to see how many rubies we managed to bring to Tabitha, because even if we're able to break them, since we're strolling around with the vacuum, maybe we'll take them up without even noticing, like that. Let's see how many there are here. 3. Okay, I don't think it's worth to try and gather them for Tabitha on this layer. Maybe on the next one we'll gain enough to upgrade, but not yet. Today we'll just focus on gaining money. Okay, we are at the max range of the vacuum, so it will be okay. I think it's stuck here for the rest of the day, because we won't be able to break that block, I think, and it's right at the edge of its range, so we're not able to pick it up and move it away. Okay, today we managed to make 300k and 13 rubies, so I think it was the right call to not try and gather them for Tabata. Today we're able to upgrade our flamethrower, shift the rock layers, and upgrade our inventory. And with the filter I'll say to take only gold or better. I'll take even a few iron pieces just to complete the dog's quest. Let's see how many does he want. 100. Okay, we're destroying everything pretty fast now, at least on this layer. Fire damage, fire damage. Let's see on the red layer. Okay, we can break the red layer. I don't know if it's worth it yet, but we can try, and at the end of the day we'll see how much we managed to gather. Okay, we're stockpiling stuff pretty fast, so it's probably worth it, but at the end of the day we'll see how much we made. I mean, we have 100k coal and it's still half of the day, so it's probably gonna be a lot, but I don't think that we'll be able to break the chests here today. And maybe by the end of the day we'll have broken some rubies, let's hope, and if we're able to, we'll complete Tabata's quest. Some rubies broke here. How much? How many are there? 15. So we need more. Okay, I somehow managed to stop the recording at like day 8, and today we are at I don't know. We have made a few days since then. I don't know how I managed to stop it. Quick recap: we upgraded from the gold to the pink diamond, and we are trying to upgrade to the spinel flamethrower. It's taking a few days, and I hope to make it quickly. We are on day 14, so we skipped like 5 days per damage. As I was saying, it's been a few days that we've been stuck on the black layer, and I don't know how fast we will be able to upgrade our weapon. Probably it will be as soon as we're able to break the black layer chest, since today we are at 400% fire damage, and it only upgrades from 20% with the red layer chests, and it will be like 100% for each black layer one per damage. Sprint speed, I don't know if it was in the type of the recording that we cut, but we managed to complete Tabata's quest, so the vacuum range is maxed, and I was saying that since the Firestarter can't buy any employees nor any other kind of weapon, its only upgrades are on fire or movement speeds of any kind, so it will probably grow much faster than other character like with upgrades. Otherwise, if we keep saving our earnings from day to day, and we keep earning like the last few days, we'll probably get the Spinel flamethrower by day 16-17, I think. I mean, it seems that we're getting pretty close to breaking the chest blocks, so hopefully we get the upgrades by the end of tomorrow. Okay, we even managed to reach the green layer, but 172 millions, and like this we are at 500 millions, so if we earn like this tomorrow too, we'll be able to buy the spinner flamethrower. Per damage, sprint speed, per damage. I have to pay attention where my mouse goes, because I don't want to stop the recording again. I mean, what are the chances that by moving my mouse around I would end on the stop recording button in OBS in another screen, then I'd click to activate my flamethrower and stop the recording. Per damage, I don't think we can hurt the green layer like this. Will we be able to upgrade our flamethrower today? We should. Oh, it was the end of the base day, and we unlocked a new profession. Let's see, 660. Yes, we are. And next day, let's see how today's goes with the new flamethrower. I think that we should melt the black layer like this. Yes, we are. And we are even melting the chests. I'll increase a little bit my sprint speed. We are almost at 1000% on per damage. And can we break the green layer with this? Yes, we can, even if slowly. So maybe today we'll go around and get a few upgrades per damage, and we are gathering much more resources than the previous days per damage, and we can break the green layer much easier now, even with just a few upgrades. We're making so much money today. We are already at 1 billion coal, and I'm clicking around on my other screens. Can I damage the orange layer? No, I thought so, but it was worth a try. Okay, we gathered 13 billions, I think, just a little bit more than yesterday, and the next flamethrower is 100 times, 600 times more expensive, so I'll shift the layers twice, and next day. It wasn't the smartest choice, because now I can't get the upgrades from the black layer, which would have been useful, but maybe in a day we can break the green layer chests. Let's reactivate the item filters, and let's try and focus a little on the green chest blocks. Okay, this one broke, and fire damage, 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 and today we managed to make 17 billions, which isn't much more than yesterday. Next day we'll focus on chests, so that we'll be able to break the orange layer in a few days. Having to gather all the resources by myself, it's not really the best. Fire damage, fire damage, where we are at 3500%. Fire damage, 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 and the vacuum complete bugged itself. 2.3 E10, still around the same as yesterday. Next day, can we break break the orange layer today, maybe. Fire damage, fire damage, fire damage. I mean, it's slow, but it seems like something is breaking here. Fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage. We have to find a way to upgrade fast, or we won't even be able to reach the 50 billion skull for the true ending. Fire damage, 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 fire damage. Oh, did the orange layer break here? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so it takes almost a whole day, but we can break the orange layer, it seems. And with this, we managed to gather 3.33 billions, which isn't a big upgrade. I thought it would have been much more. Next day, we'll have to keep going for upgrades today too, I think. Per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage. Let's fire all the orange layer. Per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage. Okay, it's starting to break and it's only half of the day. Per damage. And today we managed to gather 80 billions G. Still far away from what we need, but we're getting closer. We only need 40 times this money for the next flamethrower. I think that today it's still worth to try and go for as many upgrades as we can for a while, and then go for resources. Per damage, 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 per damage. And today we are still around the same as yesterday. Next day, today I'll focus only on upgrades again, because if we don't have enough firepower for the orange layer, we won't be able to gather 50 billion skull in a single day. At the moment we are at 14,000% damage. Per damage, per damage, damage, per 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 damage. Let's see how we do against the red layer now. Definitely better, I'd say. Tomorrow we'll try and only mine in the red layer, and let's see how it goes. Per damage, let's see how it goes. Per damage, per damage. Okay, we're much slower than I'd hoped for, but we're breaking stuff at a reasonable pace, I think. Oh wait, but I was reading it wrong. We're not at 4 billions, we are at 4 trillions, so we are absolutely in the clear for the true ending. Okay, let's see how much we managed to make today. 1.3 E11, which is still around the same as yesterday, as the previous days. So today I'll go around taking only upgrades again. Per damage, per damage. We are at 18,000%, 18,000% damage. Per damage, 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 per damage. Okay, today we didn't make as much as we could because I left the vacuum when it got out of range, but we gathered a lot of upgrades. Let's see how tomorrow goes. Per damage, per damage, per damage. We now have 23,000% fair damage, per damage, per damage, damage, and we are breaking the red layer much faster now. Per damage. Okay, I for some reason closed the game. I misclicked. Per damage. So let's see how today's goes, and we should be able to break the layer reasonably fast. Damage, per damage. Okay, we spent the whole day mining the orange layer and we managed to gather 2.6 E11 again. And this is the true ending. Let's see how far we can get this time. We still need 10 times what we gather until now. Next day we'll try to gather upgrades today. Maybe if we take enough of them, we'll be able to break the orange layer easily. Otherwise, we still wouldn't have done much. Per damage, 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 per damage. We lost our vacuum, but we're not going for money, just for upgrades, so it doesn't matter. Per damage, 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 per damage. Let's keep going. We are at 30k per 30k fire damage. We'll go for upgrade today too. Per damage, 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 per damage. Okay, another day spent upgrading, and let's see how the next day goes. Today we'll try to mine the orange layer again. Per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage. I mean, the day is going better than I was thinking. We even reached the purple layer. Okay, let's see the results. 5E11. Okay, I'll try to mine on this layer a few days and see if we manage to buy the uranium flamethrower. Per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage, per damage. Okay, so today we managed to make even less than yesterday, so I will go again in the green layer and farm for upgrades. Per damage, 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 per damage. We have to stop and make some coal, or I don't think we'll even met the quota today. Okay, we have met the quota, so now we can focus on upgrades again. Per damage, 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 per damage. Okay, so today we made 1.1 E11 and we upgraded our per damage a lot. We are at 42k. Okay, I did some quick math, we can say, and I have tried the orange layer, and if we aren't able to gather enough to buy the uranium flamethrower in the next 2 days, I think we probably will lose. Let's see how it goes, because we are at a point where our upgrades do little to nothing per damage. Per damage, I mean, if I find an upgrade on my path, I will still take it, but I will not go out of my way to find them. I think that today we'll barely make the coal quota, so we have to gather enough today or we'll lose tomorrow. Okay, today we made 5E11, so we absolutely won't be able to make the uranium flamethrower, and today it's E11, so we already know we won't able to make it. So let's end the day early, and I hope to see you in the next video.